Maybe I'm going to have technical issues today because, yeesh. Uh, yeah. Sorry, we added TikTok live to this one. So now I have to reset everything that we do. How you doing, Jay?
Oh, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm
I
do
love the world.
Yes. Although now I'm getting weird feedback from you.
No,
I
why?
don't know. You sound all metallic.
All of a sudden, I wasn't metallic in Discord.
No, you weren't, but you are metallic now.
Is it a cool man? Is it a robot?
Oh, you know what I wonder?
Ba, 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 ba.
Hang on. Advanced
I can
audio properties. No, do not. Monitor off. All right, go ahead and talk some more.
I can talk techno
There
to
we
you.
go. Sorry,
Ba-da-da-da-da.
OBS. So OBS decided to update today, which of course turns it into a whole thing.
Does it?
It does.
Does it?
It does.
Okay.
It turns it into a whole thing because OBS likes the thing. What's going on, Dog Dad? How are you today?
Dog.
Uh, we're literally, like I said, I added TikTok live because I have more followers there than I have on either YouTube or Twitch. So I was like, oh, I should do the thing. And I'd gone to get my tea. So if I mute myself or I sound weird, it's because my fucking head is stuffed here, right? So yeah, that's what's going on.
Okay. Okay. Wow. Yeah, that's a thing. Just remember, don't get old, kids.
Yeah, kids, it's so much fun. I Jesus, yeah. So back to it. We're gonna banter for a couple of minutes while we wait for folks to come into the lovely live. I now have 8 billion windows open. I should probably be monitoring my system stats too,
Yeah.
so I
I thought
don't.
you were gonna say like 8 billion TikTok followers. I was like, damn,
No, I
already
only have like 3,000. So, you know,
103,000.
no, just 3,000.
Oh, just
Um,
three.
just
Mouthy.
three. It's okay. Um, yes, becoming old sucks. My kid got me this flu. That's what's fun, right? And I'm sick. It's freezing here, but you put this in there. It's snowing. It's record snowfall in Florida, in Pensacola.
Dude, I legit don't fucking understand this. So like all of a sudden my friends are sending me photos like it's snowing. And it's not like a little bit of snow, like it's actually snow. Like the snow that we would get here in Seattle is in Florida. And I'm like, what the fuck? And like it's just I just feel like we are living in like an upside down world right now because it's snowing in Florida. It's not snowing in Seattle. Trump did a lot of weird shit. I mean, I don't even know if we have to get into that. And evidently I'm like the fucking only person that doesn't know that you're supposed to blender your fucking styrofoam.
What? By the way, I saw that in your rundown.
You're
What is the blender the styrofoam?
Okay, so ever since I've moved here to the Seattle area, I've always had a shit ton of styrofoam because like moving and then like buying furniture, you get styrofoam and it's
Sure.
large. And you guys have tiny little trash cans, okay? I'm not used to this. In Florida, you just have one massive trash can and we don't have the option to recycle or compost. And then I
Okay.
moved here and you have three and it was a thing. But anyways, I love it. Good for the environment. Um but no, it's too small. So you put like one piece of styrofoam in your trash can, and then your trash can's filled up, and you're like, shit, what am I gonna do with all this styrofoam? So it slowly started. I had a massive amount of styrofoam in my garage. WSU in Linwood, or they partnered with someplace in Linwood, I believe, to do a recycling event for styrofoam. And I was like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get rid of all of my styrofoam. So I'm telling everyone at work, like, hey, there's a styrofoam recycling event. First person I tell goes, you can just like blender that and just dump that into trash bags and just get rid of all of your styrofoam all in one go, Jeff. And I was like, oh, oh, that's a weird thing. And
Uh,
then the second
I've
person,
never heard of this blendering
that's
styrofoam.
I feel better about myself because then like the second person I went to, I was like, hey, so and so, they're doing a recycling event for styrofoam, and they're like, you don't blender it, and I'm like, what the fuck?
Where the hell did this come from? I have never heard this. This is entirely fucking new to me. Is blendering styrofoam?
Okay, because I was like, are you guys sitting there and just like either A, chopping your styrofoam into blocks, putting it piece by piece in the blender, which I feel like would take forever, or second, are you like rigging your blender to run with the lid open and you're just slowly like putting pieces of styrofoam in it? Like I was like, but I was the dumb one. I was the stupid one. They're like, you just blender it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I'm
So
like,
here's the thing, and again, we added TikTok tonight. So TikTok chat, you can join us if you want to watch it in its native aspect ratio. Go to Twitch or YouTube, Error Code Show. But let me know in the chat, because the chat right now is agreeing with both of us in that I have never heard of this blendering styrofoam nonsense that
okay.
you were bringing
I
up
thought
to
it was
me.
a Seattle thing. I was like, is that some
No,
Seattle shit?
no, it's abso-fucking-lutely not. I have no idea what this is. What is blendering styrofoam? So blendering styrofoam, snow in Florida, and we're in the fucking upside down. That's where we're at. That's the thing. I've got the fucking flu because see, you don't have kids yet. I'm gonna explain something.
I don't think so. I'm not sure. I don't think I do.
Okay.
Last time I checked, I don't.
Elementary schools and daycares are fucking petri dishes. Okay, how the motherfucking CDC doesn't just do solid studies on like all of this shit is beyond me. Because I swear to God, I get more crap, in there from that stuff. When my kid was little, I got hand, foot, and mouth disease. Right? Which adults aren't supposed to be able to get, but apparently we do. Okay. Yeah, so I'm sick. So I've got my tea recipe right here, which is 2 bags of Earl Grey, just a smidge of sugar, and 3 shots of Bushmills. That's the key. Okay, 3 shots of Bushmills is the key ingredient to your thing. TikTok chat, how do you become a popular streamer? As soon as I am, I'll let you know.
Wow.
That's TikTok chat would like to know. How do I become a popular streamer? As soon as I'm really, really popular, I will let you know. I really will.
This is the secret, is this sexy bun right here.
That bun. I noticed your bun right when we came in.
Oh, that cute little bun.
Has Jordan had chickenpox yet? No, they have a vaccine for it now. It's varicella. She got a
what?
Yeah, they have a vaccine for it now. So no more chickenpox parties. Not like when we were kids, where everybody would have chickenpox parties. No, she got a vaccine for chickenpox when she was like 8 or 9 months old. So no chickenpox. She's immune. Yeah. Twitch chat is sitting there going, "What? What is this chickenpox?" Nope, they don't. Chickenpox is done. God,
that's crazy. Does that also mean like shingles is done then?
There is a shingles vaccine.
Oh.
And you should get it if you're an older person. You know what? I'm going to shut my mouth because I'll probably need it soon. Oh. Anyway, now that we're up to a few people over there on TikTok and a few of you guys on there, welcome to the Error Code Show for January 23rd. Your place for news, pop culture, politics, gaming, and whatever the hell else we decide to talk about. If you want to support the show, you can drop some coins in the TikTok chat. You can sub to us on Twitch. If you have Prime, you get a free Prime sub. A lot of people don't know that. If you have Prime, you get a free Twitch sub. So go ahead and throw that in there. Or go over to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/EricCodeShow, and you can catch all our previous episodes there too. So if you missed something, go over there and look at it there, youtube.com/EricCodeShow. They're still on chickenpox over in the Twitch chat. Right?
That's funny.
It's great. All right, we're going to start with a fun topic first. And I'm going to give us a little bit of music and hope we don't get copyright struck to death. But for those that didn't know, Seattle Mariners hero Ichiro Suzuki was elected this week to the Baseball Hall of Fame. This is the first year he's on the ballot. He's the first Japanese-born baseball player to be elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame. It also sparked a witch hunt.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
What?
he was one vote shy of a unanimous ballot, right? So there's over 400 baseball writers who vote on the Hall of Fame every year. One guy, someone, some sports writer did not vote for Ichiro. It was only one. Okay. When Griffey went in a few years ago, it was three, right? And that irritated me because I was like, come on, it's Griffey. Like,
Yeah.
how do you not vote for Griffey? But this year we're talking about Ichiro. Yeah. So Ichiro is voted in, and literally so many sports pundits are like, who? Who did it? Please, we want to hear your logic. Explain to the world why in Bog's name you were like, not Ichiro. Nope. Nope, not Ichiro.
God.
So Twitch chat's bringing up the fact that Edgar Martinez took forever to get in. Yes, Edgar got in on his last year of eligibility, and I will tell you why. They had never elected a DH. Edgar was a designated hitter pretty much his entire career. They had never elected a DH. But David Ortiz was coming up for eligibility soon, and they knew they wanted to put Ortiz in. You cannot put Ortiz into the Hall as a DH without putting Edgar in first. Because the DH award in the American League is called what? The Edgar Martinez Award. So, you can't put Big Poppy in without putting in Edgar. So they did vote Edgar in his last year of eligibility. He is in the Hall of Fame, and he was the first DH put into the Hall. So, you know, but Ichiro's in. But yes, Twitch set says we should hunt him down and put his head on a pike.
Dang. Dog Dad's out for blood today.
Yeah.
So, fun little fact. Oh, gosh.
Because he played in Florida for a minute.
Oh, cool.
He played in Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Ichiro was a Marlin for a minute.
Nice. I like Marlins. They have like a sword for their face. Cool. Fun fact. Oh gosh, I don't know if I could say this. I do not like baseball.
Okay.
But
I have a feeling I understand why.
Okay.
But let's talk about this for just a second before we move on.
Okay.
Why don't you like baseball?
All right. Few things. One, from the part of Florida that I lived in,
okay,
the only college level sport that we really had that was like really big was football. We didn't have hockey. We didn't have really baseball. Like Tampa, I think, is actually the closest. Tampa or Jacksonville is like the closest that you're going to get, like, you know, I guess baseball and like hockey and all of that kind of stuff. So it was only football. But I do remember when I was a kid, a little tiny kid, I like was throwing the baseball around with like a kid in the neighborhood, and the baseball like went up like in front of the sun, and I like put my glove out, and it never came. I was like 3 minutes. I was just had my hand up, and as soon as I like moved my hand, it popped me right in the face.
Right in the face. Yep, that'll do it.
My stupid thing. It happened again like 10 minutes later, and I was like, fuck. I was like, fuck this game, right? And then the next week I started playing soccer, and I played soccer from the second grade all the way through like.
So this is the dislike of baseball is really just personal for you.
So to clarify, I do not like baseball, but I love going to baseball games. Like I've gone to more Mariner games than Kraken games. I mean, Krakens are very expensive, but Seahawks are also expensive. I've gone to more Mariners games than anything else out here in Seattle. I have a Mariners hat. I even won like press box tickets to see the Mariners. So I like love going to baseball games. Don't like baseball, if that makes sense. Like I love the atmosphere of it.
Yes.
But it's a very slow game.
So there are two things that I like about two ways that baseball kind of works for me, right? I love going to games, and I especially love going now with the pitch clock. The pitch clock has improved the experience at the stadium so much because innings don't take an hour and 15 minutes, right? They can't step in and out of the batter's box 15 times, right? They have a pitch clock. They have to keep it rolling, right? I think that the pitch clock was the best improvement that Major League Baseball has made to the stadium experience in a long time. So good on them. I also like having it on in the background. There is something to me about like a late spring day when I'm cooking dinner or just doing dishes, and specifically radio broadcasts of baseball, right?
Wow, it's old school.
I will turn on the radio. Like I have a radio in my room. It's right. So can I point to it? It's right there. So I got a little radio on the shelf right there, right?
I didn't even know they still made radios.
Oh yeah. And I have one downstairs, right, with my record player, right? And you can just throw them on, right? You can get, somebody in the chat asked about Mariners prices. You can get reasonable, you can get the cheap seat tickets on certain days for like 16, 17 bucks.
Oh, and also I
Bleacher
love
seats.
that every now and then they'll do like some sort of theme night.
Oh yeah.
I've got for like hat theme night where you get like, I think it's like about $50. You get like decent seats, but then you get a free Mariners hat. I've gone to flannel night where you get free Mariners flannel. Yeah, I don't know. Those are a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. No, I'm all about those theme nights. Plus they have Star Wars nights.
That's right. Yeah, you have Star Wars night. You have LGBT night. You have, I mean, WSU night. You have UW night. They have like nights for everything.
Everything. Well, I mean, they got 81 home games, so they can really stack up. Like, we have a theme for most of these, and we still got games left to play because it's a long season. All right. Once again, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We really appreciate the support. But let's pop in for our first topic tonight. Jay, do you want to get us started here on our first main topic tonight?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can. Hello, my name is Jay, and this is my bun. Yeah, so Monday, I, like many Americans, had the day off so that we could just, I don't know, grieve and process all the changes, I guess. So I was shocked to see a lot of stuff, right? Like, we kind of knew it was coming. But the one thing that really kind of threw me for a loop. So Elon, and I'm sure we all know where this is going
Oh
already.
yeah.
He, as soon as he started walking up, I was like, God, that's such an awkward guy. And then he started his speech, and I'm just like watching. It was like kind of like watching like the Jersey Shore, like it's just a train wreck, but you can't like not watch it, right?
Yeah.
And then he I don't know.
He did the thing.
He calls it waving to the crowd.
It was not. It was not a wave to the crowd.
It literally shocked me. I literally was like, oh, like I was like, oh fuck. And then he turned and did it again, and I was like, oh God. Like I was like, because it was kind of like the first one kind of like shock you where you're like, wait, did I just see what I thought I saw?
And then he turned around and did it again.
And I was like, oh.
Yeah,
oh,
no,
God.
he did it twice.
I was like, yep, that's a thing. So there's been a lot of talk on the internet about it. We all know it happened. I mean, I think people in Antarctica legit knows that this happened.
So here's my first question to you, because I saw the immediate reaction out of right wing media sphere was they couldn't decide what it was at first, right? I saw multiple excuses all come out at once, right? Some were like, well, no, it's a Roman salute. It's a Roman salute. And then the other people were like, but he's autistic and doesn't know what he's doing. And it's like, okay, like, first off, pick one. Pick one.
Yeah, you can't be Roman and autistic, I guess, right? Is that what you're saying?
Well, no, I'm saying pick an excuse. We all saw what it was.
No, yeah, 100%.
Right? And lest we forget, this guy's from apartheid South Africa.
Yeah. That.
Okay? And if you're not aware of that history there, go back and look at that history there. Okay? That and the Boers and and what was the name of that other country down there that's now Zimbabwe?
Germany.
No. God, why can't I think of it?
The
It was down there for a minute. Hang on. Zimbabwe used to be.
He's going for it. He's going for it.
Rhodesia, right? And that's the whole Rhodesia thing is in this. And yes, the ADL, the Jewish ADL, did defend Elon initially. They've come out today because after the whole thing blew up, he made a bunch of Nazi jokes. And the ADL came out today and was like, no, no, no. We defended you the once.
Yeah.
Right? We're done now. Yeah. It was a Nazi salute. It was. It just was.
Some of the things that I've heard, like both in person, like people like at work legit talking about this, was that pretty much like he was, well, that's just this is so crazy to me because legit somebody was like, oh, he was waving to the crowd. And I was like,
yeah,
how? Like how is that a wave? And the person legit was like, he's like, I've only seen the photo. And I was like,
watch the video.
But then he refused. He was like, no, I'm not going to watch the video. And I was like, why? I was like, I've seen the photo. I don't need to watch the video. And legit, so people will legit not watch the video and then just have like a photo of him like, I don't know, cropped weird where he's like waving, I guess. Like, and I'm like, okay, that's super weird. And then the other thing I've seen and heard is like, oh, like, well, he's saying like, my heart goes out to you, which
he said at the end.
Yeah, and I was like, no, that's a palm up thing.
I think what he did with the heart goes out to me is I think he realized what he had done and was covering. On the whole Elon topic, while we're there, also the White House announced a big $500 billion AI thingy. And I don't know if you've seen this, Jay. The billionaires are fighting.
They're like in a ring and we can buy tickets?
I wish. Because Sam Altman is involved with this big AI infrastructure thing that the White House announced. And then Elon immediately started crapping on it online. Right? Like, they don't actually have the money. And Sam Altman was like, yeah, we do. And Satya Nadella came out and was like, I'm good for my 80 billion. Like, but there's literally like an online spat going on between Sam Altman and Elon right now after this whole White House AI infrastructure announcement, because the billionaires all want to be next to the Orange Man, and there's only so much Orange Man to go around.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of Orange Man.
There is, but there's still only so much. You know, it's funny. There's a point where you have to almost laugh at it. And this is what I'm encouraging people to do. Here's the thing that I have to say. To a certain degree, you have to laugh because it's all very ridiculous. Everything about this is dumb and ridiculous. And realize that there are no guardrails right now. There's just not. Okay? There's no guardrails for anything, and there's literally nothing you can do to stop it right this minute. Right? You just can't. So, what you need to do is laugh at the stupid, and at the same time, organize your own personal circle, right? Take care of the people next to you. Take care of the people in your communities, right? That's the best thing you can do right now, right? I highly recommend going out and listening to marginalized communities that have been through this. Right? Don't interject into their conversations. Don't jump in their shit, but listen to what they're saying, right? Go listen to the Black community right now and how they're reacting and what they're doing. Right? That will give you a hint. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Take care of your own people and laugh at the whole thing. Just Just fucking laugh at them. Because they're dumb. And just think, we're only 3 days in, Jay. 4 days in. We have another 3 years, 362 days minimum.
Let me see. How long can I stay on vacation again? I'm thinking about going to like, I don't know, maybe Japan or something. And then maybe when I come back, it'll be fixed.
Probably not.
Damn.
Probably not.
But yeah, it. I knew it was going to be shocking going into Monday. I just didn't know how shocking it is, and I cannot keep up to date. So every day there is just a slew of new stuff going on.
Don't try.
Can't keep up with it.
And here's the thing. This is part of the strategy. They said this was part of the strategy, right? They wanted to flood the zone, right? And we're going to talk about more of it later in the show, specifically about some of the executive orders that were signed. They're flooding the zone. No one can keep up with all the stuff they're doing. There's no way to report on it all. There's no way to keep up with it. Again, your best thing is to take care of your own communities and just fuck everything else. You know what I mean?
Alex, you're from the military.
I am.
Isn't that like a blitzkrieg moment where you just like move so fast? And,
Well,
like,
blitzkrieg has a specific connotation within military tactics, so no. Now, they are controlling, again, and the right wing is very good at this. They're controlling the information fight, and they are on top of it, right? DOD is now into basically a blackout. They are not posting shit right now. They won. You know, you're going to have to wait. You got to wait till it gets bad. You know.
Yeah.
It sucks, but that's just where it is. So, anyway, let us know what you think down in the comments below. Leave us some stuff. And yeah, keep your heads up. While we're waiting for just a moment. Yeah. By the way, chat, if you saw anything in the news this week that you want us to talk about, or you were like, hey, what do we want to do? Like, you know, any news stories or entertainment stories or anything like that. Because keep in mind, we do entertainment and gaming and fun stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, and we're going to get to that in a second. Yeah, leave us something in the chat. Let us know what you want to talk about, and we will get to that next. All right, let's move on to something fun. All right. Okay. One of the classic 80s films, like classic all times 80s films, is Labyrinth, right? Jay, have you seen Labyrinth with Bowie, Jennifer Connelly, right? And the Muppets. Got some good Muppets in there. Well, the original Labyrinth is finally 30-something years later getting a sequel. Not a reboot, a sequel to the original Labyrinth. Right. Also, and this is where I think you're going to get excited, Jay, based on our conversation a couple weeks ago. The director is Nosferatu director Robert Eggers.
Oh, nice. Yes, we're going to get fake penises in this one.
Probably not that much, because I think they're going to keep it PG-13. This has been reported by Deadline, so we got some pretty good bona fides for the source. This is not, Dickhead, the Twitter account, claiming to leak whatever. So, first off, are you excited to hear that they're finally going to do a sequel to Labyrinth, right? Are you excited, Jay, that it's going to be Robert Eggers? And I know you loved Nosferatu, right?
It was amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what do you think? Who takes our place of our Bowie this time? You got to get a rock star in there.
Crap, I don't.
Because chat's even asking.
Oh shit, I can't think of his name. I mean, my mind's blanking right now. It's I feel so bad right now. But what about the lead singer of U2?
Bono?
Bono. What about
No.
Bono? No Bono?
No.
Oh.
I don't know. So somebody's chat's saying Will Smith. Post Malone from YouTube
No.
chat. Somebody's saying, please don't make Timothy Chalamet the new Goblin King. Timothy Chalamet's dance card is filling up pretty fast. So is Tom Holland's. Tom Holland's not going to be available for this. He's headlining Nolan's new movie. Whew. Who do you put in that spot?
Davey Havoc. I don't know if I pronounced that right.
Somebody in chat say it has to be a Bowie caliber, right? And I agree. I think you need. So here's the thing: you got to have a rock star, and then a not rock star person, right? But who's our rock star? Do we have any Bowie caliber rock stars anymore? That's the tough one. AI deepfake Bowie. Oh, no.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, do that one. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Alex loves AI.
Oh, yeah. Big fan. First off, I think Robert Eggers is a good pick to do this based on just kind of his milieu and his style as a director, right? I think with showing what he did with Nosferatu, all the other stuff he's been doing, he's getting ready to do something else pretty soon too. Chat saying Bon Jovi. I think Bon Jovi might be a little old.
I don't know. Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl? That could be interesting. Harry Styles. Harry Styles is not a rock star. It's got to be. It's very metal. That's the thing, and that's what you need. Is you need somebody metal. I don't know.
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
To make everybody feel better, yes, Jim Henson's Creature Shop will be involved. Two of his kids are co-producing the project. Where is it at? Here it is. Chris Columbus will be involved, along with Lisa Henson and Brian Henson. That's right. Eggers made The Northman, too.
I will agree with Dog Dad. Bowie was not metal.
Adam Lambert. Adam Lambert could work. The thing about Bowie is he had a lot of personality to him.
He did, 100%.
And I don't know. I don't know who you get. Yeah, you have to have style to do it. This is the lead actress, Jennifer Connelly. I doubt it. She's getting up there. She might. Maybe a cameo, but again, nothing definite yet. Again, Deadline just reported this today. Yes, this morning. So this is really, really breaking news. Oh yeah, you can get one of the guys from like Panic at the Disco or what else? Who did Black Parade?
Ooh, I don't know. AFI though, Davey Havoc.
Yeah.
You look at a 2024 picture of him.
Could do it.
There's not much that you would have to do to get him to look like.
To get him to look like that? Yeah,
Like,
I mean, I'm down. Let's do it.
Are you looking it up? 2024.
Yeah. And Eggers is writing it as well. So we're gonna get some good old Muppets and rock and roll coming back to do some Labyrinth. I think this is a good thing. I'm also glad it's not a reboot.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that.
I think a sequel is really the right way to go.
How did the original end? I can't remember.
I'll be honest, I don't remember. It's been a long time since I sat down to watch. We're gonna have to sit down and watch Labyrinth. Daniel Glover, Childish Gambino. I don't know if he would do it. I love him. I love Childish Gambino. I really do. But I don't think he would do it. That's just my opinion. YouTube chat, Bowie occupied such a funky corner of alternative culture. That's very true. It's not coming for a couple of years. But that's not weird. These things go into pre-production a long time. They ink deals a long time before they go. Um, you know, she got out and saved her brother. That's how it is. So Jennifer Connelly got out and saved her brother. Again, Jennifer Connelly's getting a little old. It's been 30 years since the original Labyrinth. Came out in 1986. You know. But hey, everything old is new again. So. And Robert Egg, again, his stuff is riding high after Nosferatu.
Yes.
His people are really happy with it. He's gotten some award stuff now. By the way, speaking of that, did you hear that Lily Rose Depp was not the first choice for that role?
Oh, who was the first
It was
choice?
Anya Taylor-Joy. Which I think would have been better.
I have a celebrity crush on her, so I can't. The movie was perfectly great. It was perfect. It was good. That's my official statement. I cannot confirm nor deny it would be better without.
Nosferatu it's done 157 million on a $50 million budget, so it's profitable. So
yeah, I've been seeing it 3 times a week, every single week since it released. So I'm putting my money in there.
Are you? You doing all your A-list, your extra A-list stuff? Yeah. I want to see what kind of cool Muppets they're going to come up with too.
Yeah.
I would love to see them do a lot of practical effects. And again, this is why I think Robert Eggers is a good choice for director. Do a lot of practical effects, a lot of practical sets, get the Muppets, the puppets in there. Really see what Jim Henson's Creature Workshop can do. I think there's a lot of potential here. You know what I mean?
100%.
100%.
I'm excited.
Oh yeah. No, it's great. Anyway, let us know what you think. Are you looking forward to this? Who should take the Bowie role? Who's our new Goblin King in the new Labyrinth? Let us know down in the comments below. Somebody was saying, do Princess Bride with Muppets.
Nice.
Keep Carrie Elwes and make everybody else a Muppet. I don't want them to remake The Princess Bride. I don't. Please don't remake that movie. Please don't. I beg you. Don't remake The Princess Bride. Okay? You don't need to. That movie is perfect. Right? It cannot be improved. And not everything needs to be remade. Okay? Not everything needs to be remade. Okay? You can leave it alone. And I think The Princess Bride still holds up. All right? Like, it still holds up now for what it is. Right? So yeah, don't go messing with it. All right. What's our next topic today? Do you want to do this one? About the airplanes?
We can, get in a feel for the crowd tonight.
We're not doing animatronic Andre the Giant YouTube chat. No.
I mean, I don't know. I think it'd be kind of fun.
No. Yeah. Don't mess with the Princess Bride. Actually, we could do the TikTok. Why do you need to review TikTok? Did you finally get on TikTok?
So, okay. If you're like a fan of this show and you're starting to pick up on my sense of humor, this might make sense to you. If you're new to the show, I don't know. Hopefully you figured this out soon. The day TikTok was supposed to be banned, we talked about TikTok last week, oh, it's going to get banned. Oh, Jay, are you on TikTok? No, I don't really like social media all that much. So I decided, because Alex was like, TikTok is so great because of its algorithm. You can grow so fast. TikTok. So I said, you know what? It's the last day of TikTok. I'm going to download TikTok. So I downloaded TikTok, set up my profile, and then spent a few hours playing around on TikTok. And then it was banned, and I laughed, and I was like, well, that was a fun day. And I woke up the next day, and it wasn't banned anymore. So it kind of started off as like a fun, like, haha, like I finally did it. I got TikTok just for the last day. And then now I have TikTok. Now I'm on TikTok because it's not banned. I will say, um,
Has the
you,
algorithm started to feed you yet?
okay. So that's what I wanted to talk about. So I tried really hard. I tried really hard, Alex, to like make my TikTok very kinky. Sorry, but yes.
TikTok is much more heavily moderated in certain spaces than things like Twitter.
Okay. Because I was like, that was kind of my mission. Like, could I do it? Didn't super work, but dear God, I just liked one fucking TikTok of someone showing their like really cool computer setup. I was like, oh, that's really sick. Heart. Boom. That's all my TikTok is now. Like, you like computer setups? Well, look at this one. Look at this one. This one's blue. This one's pink. This one's blue and pink. Ha 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 ha. And it was really fast. I will give you that. Like, it did like immediately was like, oh, he liked something that's not sexy and kinky. Fucking feed him computer shit. Um, so I will say, like, yes, you are correct. TikTok is pretty superior on like figuring you out and then just shoving that shit down your throat.
Now here was something funny that happened right after the ban for everybody that was on it before and everybody else. Everybody noticed the algorithm was off when they turned it back on the next day, right? The
Yeah.
algorithm was funky and everybody was getting into weird areas of TikTok. They're like, "What are you doing, TikTok?" Um, First off, there was like a rumor going around that you had to block because Facebook and Instagram made TikTok accounts finally,
Yeah.
right? And once you blocked it, they were like, your algorithm will go back to normal. I did block them, mostly because I fucking hate Meta. And I did notice that my algorithm started performing. I do not think that is why. Um, Something that I heard from a developer basically was right after the ban was lifted, the way the algorithm looks at it is it basically looks at your last 24 hours and your last 12 hours and what videos you linger on, what ones you like, bookmark, but mostly what you linger on, right? What do you stay on as opposed to just immediately being like, nope, right? When they turned it back on, the algorithm had basically very little data because it was down for about 15 hours. And so it
Yeah.
kind of had to like shoot itself back a little further and then come back out. Right? And we are live on TikTok right now. So that's nice. So that's apparently what happened. Now my algorithm is pretty much back to normal. My wife's is pretty much back to normal. It's hers is cat videos and book talk. Right? That's what she gets is smutty fantasy and kitty cats. You know,
Well, I mean,
that's where she's at.
yeah.
Um, Somebody in the chat saying we'll use that app with Stone Phone. They deleted it. If you deleted it, it's not coming back until they finish the deal. Because yes, somebody else put out something else. TikTok has gotten its 90-day reprieve, right? That's happened. But the app stores have removed it. You can't download it right now.
Yeah. So like I'm grandfathered in. It
Yes.
started off as a joke, but now I'm in it.
And if you delete it, you can't get it back. Right?
Yeah.
I still hold to for the fact of discoverability and some other stuff and views. TikTok is the best platform. It just is, right? It has the best level of discoverability, all this stuff. Yes, there is a lot of corn on Blue Sky. There's a lot of corn on Twitter.
There's corn on Blue Sky. Why does okay? This is what's wrong.
So this is where we're going with this show now. We're back to corn again.
Everyone's marketing is completely off. Okay, like everyone's like, Jay, you should go on Blue Sky. And I'm like, why? Why are there so many social medias? And they give me some like long-winded. No one brings up corn. No one brings up corn. That's it.
That's all. Here's the thing. We need to remember. Corn built the internet. It did. There is no internet today without corn. Okay? The internet as you know it today. Because what corn had was money and time to invest in the infrastructure to get the internet to be what it is today. So give corn its due. Okay?
And corn comes from a can that was put there by a man in a factory from
that was peaches. And everybody who's watching that TikTok is waiting for me to go, corn, it's a big lump of knobs. It's got the juice. It's got the juice. Right? Which was a whole big TikTok meme for like this.
What just happened?
Yeah, it's a TikTok meme. TikTok really is interesting. The internet is really, really great for corn. Right? And we're not saying the word because I don't want to get demonetized and yelled at by TikTok because we are live on TikTok right now. We're live on Twitch and YouTube.
Yes.
Yes. So that's why we say corn and not the other word.
There does appear to be a shit ton of bots or I guess catfishes on TikTok.
Yeah, you could ding out your algorithm where they will stop coming up.
Oh,
right? I don't generally have an issue with the really bad ones anymore. Okay. I did for a while, and I'll get periodic times where they'll start to pop up again. And it was a very popular place for OnlyFans promotion, right? For a while. You would see a lot of OF girls on TikTok doing what they could appropriately on TikTok, but having a link now, and then TikTok pushed that down. They were like, you cannot direct link OnlyFans from your TikTok. So what they do is they push people to their Instagram and their link tree, which lets them go to the OnlyFans, right? It is what it is.
I think the funniest thing that happened though was there's a dominatrix that I know.
Yep.
And then on TikTok, I woke up like the next day or whatever, and 4 people claiming to be that dominatrix was sending me messages on TikTok, and I was like, "This is weird."
Yeah, you have to be careful.
4 of you can be the right one.
Yep, you have to be careful.
Yeah,
you do have to be a little careful, right? Again, for discoverability, for quick content creation. I did one video last week and it got, I don't know, like 1,400 views just on one quick one, right?
It was that corn or not corn?
It was not corn.
Not corn. Wow, yeah. I think that's really good.
And again, it had mostly to do with TikTok, and it was one I posted before the ban, and I was like, look, all these guys who were like, we want to buy it without the algorithm. Like, we talked about this last week on the show. It's not worth anything. It's that stuff. Yeah, again, periodically TikTok will try and push you different content and see if you bite, right? I think of it like casting a line, right? Where they'll be like, here, let me feed you like 4 or 5 of these videos to see if you stay on them. No? Okay, I'm going to stop feeding you those. So like, I don't get, unless it's super viral or something like that, I don't get the dance videos anymore. I don't get any of that stuff anymore. It just never comes up in my feed. I get a lot of politics. I get a lot of sports. I get a little bit of tabletop RPG. I get a lot of Magic the Gathering stuff.
God, there's so much corn in the chat right now.
Yes, so much corn. Literally corn, though, not the other word for corn.
There's corn.
Corn on the cob. Big lump of nuts. Overall, I'm happy that TikTok is back. I enjoy TikTok more than any of the other ones. Twitter really has become kind of a cesspool. I don't enjoy Twitter right now. I use it for like grabbing information, but it really is a horrible place.
Yeah, but I mean, it's how you look at it. Like, people say Seattle's a horrible place, and I don't think that's true.
No, it's not. All right, let's move on. We're going to go back to politics for a minute.
Yes.
All right, so obviously one of the big executive orders that Cheeto Man signed was the one about birthright citizenship, trying to change birthright citizenship and its definition vis-a-vis the 14th Amendment. And today, it hit its first court challenge. A federal judge in Seattle blocked President Trump's order redefining birthright citizenship and ripped the Trump admin lawyer a new butthole at the same time. He said, and I quote, "I've been on the bench for over 4 decades. I can't remember another case where the question presented was as clear as this one is. This is a blatantly unconstitutional order."
Yeah.
Like, no, and this is a Reagan appointee judge, right? This is the other line that I like from when he was in the hearing. "I have difficulty understanding how a member of the bar could state unequivocally that this is a constitutional order." Like, dude, you know what he's saying there? He's like, you're a lawyer, right? You passed the bar, and you're gonna stand in front of me and be like, "Yep, this is constitutional. This is fine." So he has put a 14-day hold on it for now. That's a temporary one. That's what he can do today. The president came out and said they're, of course, going to appeal the ruling. So it'll go to the appeals court next after he issues a full decision. Here's the thing. I don't know what happens when it gets up to the Supreme Court and what other whack... With Thomas and Alito in there, I don't know what wackadoodle shit they're going to come up with.
The Supreme Court's job is to take questions that are actually gray, not something that's black and white like this, and be like, look back and be like, is this constitutional or is this not constitutional? This is, and you, so I took a business law class last year, and there is like a lot of gray, and you do typically on the Supreme Court, you are split between the people that are like, no, this is literally what the Constitution says, and this is how it should be held. And then the other side typically is like, we need to look at the intent of the founding fathers when they wrote the Constitution, right? And like, what does that translate to today's terms? That's typically the clash between the two. This is like very black and white though. So I'm not like one to like incite violence at all, but like if this somehow like if the Supreme Court's like, oh yeah, sure, we can do this, like that needs to be like that's a riot worthy situation there.
It really depends on how far they push the ruling. And that's the problem, is they can make the ruling narrow or wider based on what they want to do. This EO, if you read it, is very broad, right? What he's trying to do is pretty broad. And that's, I think, another reason why the judge laughed him out of the courtroom today, where he was like, have you lost your mind? Because it doesn't just apply to undocumented immigrants. If you are 2 individuals who are here on, let's say a man and his wife are here on H-1B visas, right? They're on visas, right? Their child, even if they're here legally, if one of them is not a permanent resident or citizen, their child does not get citizenship by default, right? It's a very broad executive order. I don't want to predict what this court's going to do. I didn't expect him to 9-0 the TikTok ban. I figured they'd get at least a little bit of dissension there, right? I didn't expect Bostock to be held up, right? This court is off its rocker, right?
Oh, sorry. I forgot that we were on a show for a second. I was just staring at all the corn that's in chat right now.
So much corn. So much. The other reason he said he put a pause on is he goes, look, births can't be paused. right? So I have to suspend the order, um, because we can't just not do anything, right? So I'm suspending the executive order for at least 14 days. Let the appeals court handle it. Um, and honestly, I think the Supreme Court will probably let a stay sit in place, and then I don't know if we'll get a ruling on this year.
Really?
No, I mean, the thing about the TikTok thing is when TikTok happened, everybody was surprised because of how fast they moved. They normally don't move that fast, right?
Yeah.
They applied for their stay. The court said, screw that, we're just going to give you cert. Get your butts in here. You got 2 weeks and we're going to settle this, right? And they did. Normally, the court doesn't do that. The court normally moves really, really slow, right? They'll hear a case and you won't get a ruling for 6 months. So tomorrow, probably, or the next day, sometime in the next 2 weeks, the Trump administration will file an appeal to the appeals court, and it will go to the appeals court. And then there's a couple of different ways there, because they've got like a small appeals court where just 3 of them hear it. And then if they don't like the ruling of the 3, they can ask for an en banc, like everybody in that appeals court to hear it, which would be like 12 judges. And then if they don't like that ruling, whoever doesn't, they appeal it to the Supreme Court. This is going to get to SCOTUS, right? The 2 times I can think that SCOTUS moved like lightning, and I'm addressing chat, was Citizens United, not Citizens United, Bush v. Gore. Sorry. Bush v. Gore in 2000 and the Hanging Chads. Thank you, Florida. Right? That one they moved very quickly. The TikTok ban, they moved very quickly. They typically don't. They take their time. The Roberts Court is slow. Slow. For reasons. You know? I don't know what this court's going to do with this birthright one. This one's mostly because I think Thomas and Alito have lost their minds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. You know,
Yeah.
part of me kind of like wonders, like, is this what they want us to focus on? Is this like something to keep us busy as they're doing something else in the background?
I Somebody in chat say they have lead poisoning, can't be trusted. No, because I think this is foundational stuff that the Trump administration has been wanting to do for a long time, right? So no, I don't think this one's a distraction one for the Trump administration. I think that this is very much in line with what they want to do. You know, just is what it is. You know, again,
Anyways,
yeah, I don't know. At the very least, it has been suspended. So thank God for some sanity, at least at the federal district court, right?
as
Um, you know,
but
that's at least worth something.
I will say though, chat, what do you think? What is the best country to go for a long vacation for?
For the next 4 years. Yeah, let us know what you think down in the comments. All right. Let's talk about just some silly shit now. Chat, if you've got anything you want us to talk about, any news stories or entertainment stories you saw in the last week that you think would be fun for us to talk about, go ahead and drop it in the comments right there, and we will get to that. Here was one. I tossed this to Jay earlier. It's a short story. It's not going to be a full segment, but I thought it was interesting. Obviously, Charlie Cox is doing press for Daredevil Born Again. And somebody asked him what other roles he would like to play. And he said, I want to be the Joker in the DCU. What do you think about that? Charlie Cox is the Joker.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I like it or not.
I like Charlie Cox.
100%. I really do. I can't see him as the Joker though, you
Which
know?
version of the Joker? And that's the thing,
That's true.
right? Because I think we've all, unfortunately, like great performances will put us into a headspace, right? And so I think we're all still kind of recovering from Heath Ledger's version of the Joker from the Dark Knight series. Um,
Yep.
Mark Hamill will always be my favorite Joker from Batman the Animated Series,
Yes.
right? I could see Charlie Cox doing something like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that that's what this new DCU Joker is going to be more like. I don't think it's going to be a Heath Ledger or a Jared Leto style, like gritty Joker. I think it's going to be one who's like, like still a genius and still evil, but like, you know, maniacal laughter Joker.
Kind of like a, I don't know, a fun gaming Joker that sometimes just takes it a little too far.
Yeah. I don't know. They have started filming on the second film in the DCU. Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow has started filming.
Oh, nice.
James Gunn threw out a set photo of Millie Alcock. Um, so they've started filming that movie. Um, oh, that's interesting. Chat saying, how about Laverne Cox to do Bowie's role in Labyrinth?
Hmm.
I think it would fit. I could see that. I could see that. Let's see what other minor stuff. Oh, Josh Brolin has threatened to quit acting because Denis Villeneuve did not get nominated for a Best Director nom for Dune Part Two. Um,
Okay.
well, he thinks that Denis should have been nominated, and he had made a joke a while ago that if he didn't get nominated, he was going to quit acting. He's like, "What am I doing in this business if you're not nominating Denis?" Um, and so he posted some stuff today, being like, "Hey, look, I'm congratulating everybody, but how did you not nominate Denis for Dune Part 2?"
Yeah.
I have to
I,
agree with him.
I mean, yes. Ugh.
Uh, this is a weird year. It did get, and here's the thing: it got nominated for Best Picture. It's not going to win
Wait, who's going up against it?
for Best Picture.
Yeah.
Honora, The Brutalist, A Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and Wicked.
Oh.
Timothy Chalamet could not be nominated twice in the same category, so he only got nominated for A Complete Unknown. He couldn't get nominated for Dune because you can't nominate the same actor twice in the same category.
Right.
I don't think he's going to win that. So it's Adrian Brody, him, Coleman Domingo for Sing Sing, Ray Fiennes for Conclave, and Sebastian Stan for The Apprentice. It's a weird. It's a weird year for the Oscars. Animated might be the only one they got right. They didn't even give Dune a thing for costume design.
And I think the worm, right? The costume on the worm was fantastic.
I'm saying you nominated A Complete Unknown, where
Yeah.
that's just a biopic. Put clothes on them. But you didn't nominate Dune. They did nominate Nosferatu. Got nominated there. Nosferatu got nominated for cinematography.
Oh, 100%. Yep.
Uh,
I
eh,
told you guys the style of that's amazing.
yeah, it got nominated. Nosferatu got nominated in makeup and hairstyle. Not
That
surprising.
the makeup is that prosthetic penis.
Um, sound. Dune got sound. Visual effects. Dune. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Wicked. Alien Romulus. Alien Romulus got nominated. That's good for them. Adapted. Nothing really interesting. Original screenplays. Nothing really interesting. It's kind of a funky year. Um, let science fiction finally get the damn Best Picture win. I think the last time a genre film won Best Picture was Return of the King.
Wow.
The Academy does not like genre movies.
Huh.
They don't. Somebody in the chat saying I'm really sick of sci-fi and horror getting shafted. I mean, I don't really disagree with you. They don't
Yeah.
look at genre the same way. Genre films are not looked at the same way. So, all right. Well, we're at the end of our main topics. If you guys got anything you want us to chat about, throw it down in the chat there below. The next movie I'm really looking forward to is Love Hurts. I'm fucking spun up about going to see that movie. I'm excited. Again, speaking of Seattle sports, Marshawn Lynch is in that movie,
Yep.
right? And I'm sorry, we need good schlocky, funny action movies. I think you need funny action movies. I think Hollywood needs to make some of these lower budget, just good time at the movies. Aether Drift spoilers. Yes, Aether Drift. Uh, Aether Drift's the next main set that's coming out, and people are excited for Aether Drift. Have you seen any of this stuff, Jay, for the new Magic set?
I actually have not. We are desperately close to Comic-Con, so Jay is in like, full blinders mode. Don't look at anything, don't buy anything, don't click on anything that starts with an M and ends in agic.
Do you guys want
Oh,
us to stream the
yeah.
week of Comic Con? Should we give you guys a Comic Con review?
Ooh. What about like a fun little pre-party or after party meetup at Comic-Con? I don't know. I was spitballing with that.
Um, yeah, Aether Drift it's racing. Um, there's a lot of vehicles. There's a lot of artifacts. There is two. There is two commander decks, and then it is a full blown set, and it's a Magic set, not a Universes Beyond. So this is a primary Magic set. Um, yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in it. There's a lot of cards, a lot of cars.
Hmm.
You know, In and Out continues to push more. In and Out's got a Portland location. Oh no. Oh no. I'm just happy they're building a Dick's by my house.
Oh my gosh. We can't.
They're building a Dick's like fucking 8 blocks from me, and I'm thrilled.
We can't say the corn word, but you can just be over here talking about dicks all the time.
Yeah, because it's Seattle. Okay, and Dick's is an institution. Okay, everybody wants look late at night. You're drunk. You're up in Lower Queen Anne. You need a big bag of Dick's. Okay, it's greasy and meaty, and it's just ever so good to get your big bag of Dick's.
Wow. Alex, I think I need you to show me like a proper good Seattle night time because typically I just go to oh shit. My mind just blanked. There's a oh gosh, I can't think of it. What's that place that's it is a chain. They typically take over like fun little areas like old school buildings or
Oh,
um
McMinimans.
yeah, McMinimans. I always end up at McMinimans
So,
having like tater tots and stuff.
so the only McMinimans I went to consistently was one down in Olympia, right? In downtown Olympia. Um, I went I went down there a lot when I was down there for drill and stuff. It was a great place to have like late night um dessert stuff.
Dessert stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Great place. No, yeah. You got to have some dicks, man. You got to get drunk and get some dicks. Dicks is cheaper and you can get a shake. That is true. YouTube chat. Costco lately surprisingly anti-union. Yes, but I'm not surprised. Um, I'm not surprised. The reason I'm not surprised that they're anti-union is this. Costco as a company has generally tried to stay out of the union space by overpaying, right? Costco people start really high. They don't underpay their employees, and they've got a great benefits package, and they've generally tried to stay out of it. So I'm not surprised that this is kind of hitting them out of nowhere. Because they've done everything they can to avoid it. Again, kind of did it in the right way. Right. Literally, and somebody in the chat got it. Costco treats their employees so well, they're like, why would you need to? Right? And that's generally been their philosophy is, God, right now, what is Costco's starting pay right now? Entry level is $51,000 a year. $24.65 an hour. That's entry level. I'm a stalker at Costco. That's generally been their philosophy. So I'm not surprised they're having a difficult deal with the union.
So something that does really interest me, or
I think it's the union they're dealing with. Specifically. The Teamsters union has cozied up to the Trump administration really, really tight. Right? And Costco is one of the only companies that's like, we're not rolling back our DEI policies. We're not doing any of that. They're one of the only companies that is like, no, we're keeping our DEI stuff intact. Fuck you. Right? Where a lot of companies are rolling it back, Costco is pretty hostile to the current administration, I think. And I think that they don't like that the Teamsters union is cozied up to the Trump administration. That would be another guess that I have. Sean O'Brien, the head of the Teamsters union, he spoke at the RNC. So am I shocked that they're probably not big fans of the Teamsters union? Nope. Not surprised. So take that for what it's worth. All right, chat. What else do you got? Throw us some other topics. Something fun. I wish I could say more about Aether Drift. Again, it looks like a solid set as far as Magic goes. It looks reasonably solid. But as Jay said, he's in save money mode for Comic-Con. Somebody in chat did say they wanted to do a meetup at Comic-Con.
Oh, I missed that. I am so sorry. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think about that? What if we did a meetup at Comic-Con, or
I don't have a problem with that. We're gonna have to figure out where to do it. We have to plan it soon.
could we do the tavern at Comic Con have a beer.
If it's open.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. It's like the most expensive beer in the world, though.
It is.
Uh,
I would do something off thing. Oh, they've already got tickets up for sale.
for
Did you?
Comic Con,
Yeah.
bro, dude,
Okay.
I ordered my tickets in like September
Oh,
or
for
something.
Emerald City?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, so I get like a special. It's only a 1 day pre-sale. I get access to the pre-sale because I have the celebrity VIP because I'm a celebrity.
Oh, you apply for that one for the podcast?
No, I don't. It's just a VIP pass that confuses everyone and it's freaking hilarious
Very
because
nice.
it says celebrity VIP and it just means that you get to like meet some of the celebrities,
Oh, I got it.
but everyone, like even like the artists and stuff are like, "Oh, celebrity. So what do you do?" And I'm like, "I have a podcast."
Which in this day and age, that's normal. Um,
That-
yeah, I mean that's absolutely normal. Pick for underrated tourist destination or activity. Um, Mopop probably. The Mopop down in Seattle. That's the best one. Um, so yeah, we'll try and do Emerald City Comic Con. We'll do something for Emerald City Comic Con. We'll do some sort of meetup or something. Um, and chat with everybody. Probably outside because I think you're right. I think the beer garden there is too expensive. It's just not worth it. I'm a celebrity. My grandmother has a podcast.
it's so I will say that it's the perfect thing because as soon as I said I have a podcast, it's also a turnoff to everyone because no one wants to hear more.
Nope.
Everyone's oh cool, nice man, and then they leave you alone. There's no further question.
No further questions.
Yeah.
Um, have they put up much? I don't think they've probably got much information out for Emerald City Comic Con.
So far the biggest name that's coming is what John Boyega from Star Wars.
Oh, that would be fun. Oh, Michael Ironside's coming. Oh, the girl from Starship Troopers.
Yep.
Oh,
Uh,
multiple Starship Troopers people. Lots of Starship Troopers people.
Yep. Firefly people are going to be there. A lot of the voice actors for Dragon Ball Z are going to be there. So
Yeah, I usually look to see who's on the exhibitor list because
yeah,
that generally tells me whether I want to go.
I am cosplaying this year.
Are you going to do it? Well, are you going to try and do it all 4 days? That's the real question.
I don't think so. I think maybe Saturday, Sunday, or maybe just Saturday.
Well, you know what? No, I'm going to let that be a surprise. I know the library will be there. Yeah, they typically are. We need shirts. Tell me about your podcast. Yeah, usually I base it on the exhibitors and stuff. It's when is it? March? End of March this year? I kind of want to go to NorwestCon this year too. I don't know if I'm gonna go all 4 days, but I kind of want to go to NorwestCon. Um, 'cause they typically have some fun shit. Um, yeah, hopefully it's gonna be run a little. Somebody in TikTok chat say hopefully it's gonna be run a little better this year. Are you talking about NorwestCon or Emerald City Comic Con?
Probably Emerald City.
Emerald City wasn't that bad. I exhibited last year, didn't I?
Dude, yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you were behind your chair of comfiness, okay? You weren't like
Oh yeah, yeah.
you-
TikTok's saying ECC. I
yeah,
exhibited last year.
let me tell you about the horrors of Comic-Con last year.
What happened? Because I was behind my table, like selling things all weekend.
Yeah, you're just like playing board games and stuff or something. I was like, "Oh, what's up, man?" And I would come back 3 days later and you haven't moved. But Um, but no. So okay. Part of having like the celebrity VIP pass is that you skip your autograph lines. That's like really the biggest selling point for me because last year I got a ton of autographs. I had the cast of Lord of the Rings signed a movie poster. Um, Christina Ricci signed a Funko Pop. Other stuff, not important. But for Lord of the Rings, okay, well, yeah, one of the Lord of the Rings. I can't remember who. Maybe Frodo was supposed to be there at like a specific time. I showed up early, stood in line, never showed. It was like I actually stood there as a celebrity VIP where I get to skip the entire line, which the line is massive for Frodo.
Course.
I stood there for 3 hours. And in that meantime, I had to help staff go to the back and bring out chairs because people were passing out. And actually, like a paramedic had to come and like stretcher somebody away. So there was that, and then I had a conversation with the voice actor of SpongeBob, by the way, fucking hilarious in real life, and he was saying that it's ECC's fault because he was like saying that ECC was booking him for like group photos, or sorry, just like photo ops
Yeah.
for himself at the same time that he was supposed to be at the table autographing, and he had to pick one. But like fans don't know that.
Yeah. So ECC last year was not in both buildings. It was only in Summit last year. The only one they did in both buildings was PAX last year, and I skipped, and they've actually done that the last 2 years. I skipped it. And ECC, again, I keep experiencing it as an exhibitor or somebody there. Hang on, I'm trying to think. When was the last time I went to ECC to just go? It might have been 10 years ago.
Oh my god.
I have done so many cons as an exhibitor or a gaming pro. Like, that's how I get my free tickets to NorwestCon. I've never paid for tickets to NorwestCon because I always get a gaming pro badge, right? For tabletop stuff, right? I agree to give 8 hours of my time to run games for people over the course of the 4 days, which is not hard to do, right? In a 4 day con. And I just go for free. Like, they're just, here's your badge. Have a nice day. Right?
Wow.
I've never paid for NorwestCon. SakuraCon attempted to do both buildings. Ultimately, they decided to do Summit. I did SakuraCon 2 years ago as an exhibitor. SakuraCon, I have a lot of fun with. It's very much a shopping con. Like, if you want to go in there and blow a wad, have you been to SakuraCon?
No, but I've heard stories.
If you want to go and blow some cash, SakuraCon's the one to do it, baby. Like, you will spend some money. I suppose now is as good a time as any to tell the chat. They're not my books anymore. I think the announcement's official now. I sold my stake in Identico. I'm done.
I'm burning the book. Where's that book?
No, it's fine. I remain on the masthead. I will be involved in any future licensing and stuff like that. I'm staying as one of the creators. That will never change. My name stays on the masthead as a creator. I don't have the juice right now to keep writing, and to keep game designing. After everything kind of went belly up with the store and everything else, like very few people I think saw it like directly, but I was really, dude, after everything, after 10 years of designing and hawking tabletop RPG books and 2-3 years of the store stuff, like I was burned. Like I was tired. So I still encourage people to play Identico. It's a great game. I designed a large portion of it, but I am no longer involved in the project. I have walked away. So I will not. I may come back and do some little stuff for them someday in the future. But yeah, as of the first of the year, I'm out. We're doing the last little bit of taxes here shortly, and we're done.
Wow.
So
So that means you are allowed to go out and play at Comic-Con
yeah,
this year.
yeah.
Wow, you're not even it's gonna be like a whole new Comic-Con for you.
I I
You won't even know to experience it.
I skipped PAX last year, and it would have been the first PAX that I hadn't worked in 10 years.
Wow.
So yeah, we'll do Comic Con this year. You're right. This will be a whole new experience for me because I have never, ever just gone to go. Not
All
never,
right.
but not in the last 10 years.
You gotta cosplay with me then.
Am I gonna play at the New Zulus? I've been there a couple of times. I split my time between there and Nomad as far as LGSs. Nomad's just down the hill in Edmonds, in Perrinville. But I do play occasionally at the New Zulus in Linwood. So I have been in there. So I'm getting questions from TikTok chat at the same time. Yes. So there you go. So, all right, chat. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you all for joining us once again. Once again, we are here every Thursday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to start going live on TikTok simultaneously as well. But you can watch us here on Twitch, YouTube, or on now TikTok. Again, I've added it to our little restreaming bucket, right? Yeah. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you.
We love you, chat.
Bye. Be safe with your corn.
Yes, be safe with your car.
Almost messed up and said
Bye!